Hey guys, you are tuning in to the It's My Money podcast. I want to go back to some basic fundamental issues when it comes about money. Is that we don't talk about it that much. Ask yourself, will you disclose your salary to another person? Would you share how much is your bank account to another person? Chances are it's a no, unless it's a person that you really trust with your finances. Likewise for me, no, I don't openly share about the information as well. But the big question will be why? Why don't we disclose this sort of information to people? And the most basic answer to that is because it's dangerous. Imagine if you know that I have 100,000 in my bank account, more likely than not you will want to have a share of this 100,000. And not saying I have 100,000, but you might ask me to treat you for meals if you're a friend, or if you're just a random stranger, you might find a way to blackmail me, you might find a way to rob me, to hack my account, and stuff like that. Right? So we want to keep this information as private as possible because it's very dangerous. Actually, we don't really need to tell people how much we have in our bank account. We don't need to tell people how much we earn, but we can just merely share money experiences. Things like, property prices are so expensive these days, I can't really buy property. Or, whether the stock market is still good for investment, whether the bank account is still safe, things like that. More on experiences rather than how much you have currently. But even with that, it's still not much talked about. There are many factors to this, but I'm gonna guess the main reason why we don't really talk much about money is about social pressure. Why we don't talk about money? Because we don't want to feel stupid. Because chances are we will make some wrong decisions in our lives. Like for myself, I did pretty wrong investment decisions back then that cost me thousands. Yes, I'm admitting that now. Last time I just buy high and sell low whenever prices crash like mad, and I don't really do my analysis well. I just follow chart, follow news and stuff like that. I do make mistakes as well, and I believe you do too. Anyhow, that's just part of life. We make mistakes, we learn, we move on. So that's why we need to talk about money. It can be as simple as whether I need to buy an expensive car, whether I need to buy this food, for example. It can be as simple as that, because everybody's financial circumstances are different. You may be a single person that has no commitments, you may be a couple that has children, or you may be just another person that have to take care of your elderly parents. So every single person will have different circumstances, have different commitments. So everybody's decisions will be different. Not everybody's experiences will be applicable to you. Like for example, a person who has to take care of their children will have different commitment. I will not understand what they are going through. So everybody will have a gap, definitely. We have to acknowledge that and live with it. And if you want to change that circumstance, you have to strategize on how you can make your financial life better. Despite us not talking much about money, I do notice there are also a rise of financial bloggers and financial YouTubers who share their experiences and knowledge about money as well. I believe it's a good trend where people start to get more aware about financial literacy, because it's a skill that is never taught in schools. So a lot of things are learned through experience and along the way. But to make this journey smoother, these financial blogs, financial YouTube podcasts like myself, this is what we aim to do. We want to give that awareness to people around us who are willing to learn about money. Of course, some of them do make money on the way through sponsorships and stuff like that. Nevertheless, it's still important for them because some of them treat it as their day-to-day job to make videos, to make content. Just take every advice, every piece of content with a pinch of salt, whether this person is right, whether this person is wrong, whether I can apply this to my daily lives or not. Because ultimately, whatever decision you make lies with you. So coming back, this is what the channel aims to do, sharing my experience. But everything I share can only be based on my personal experience or some experiences that I heard from other people or based on whatever other knowledge that I got. So think of how you can improve your financial circumstances, learn from other people. Start talking about it. Yes, it may feel uncomfortable to talk about money because you may feel you are doing it wrongly, or you may feel there's a gap between you and the next person. That person might be a millionaire and you might just be a normal person. Yes, there will always be a gap over there. Acknowledge it. See if you can learn from this person or not learn from this person. Start talking about it. Take small steps. You don't need to talk about what is the next best property to buy. You don't need to talk about what is the next best car to buy. You can just simply talk about what are the next best deals that are available out there. Should we use e-commerce platforms? Do we go to the shopping mall? Do you find any other third-party apps that can give you discounts? Stuff like that. It can be as simple as that because whatever decisions that we make involves money. It's just different aspects of money that you're talking about, be it savings, earning, investing. So with that, that comes to the end of this episode. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you like this episode, do like, share and subscribe so you'll get updated with new contents. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.